Hello, everyone. Hopefully everyone can hear me and see me. Hopefully everyone is doing all right today. My name is Dusty Porter, the host of the stream today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Is everybody hear me? Oh, sounds like you guys. Oh, loud, really loud, really loud. All right, this should be better. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Let me take the audio down just a little bit. So sorry about the craziness of the audio there. Let me take the microphone down just slightly here. This should be better. This should be better. See me? About that, guys. Sorry about. All right, much better, much better. That's what I like to hear. Everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Just testing out the audio there. Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. We're talking about collaborations today here on the TubeBuddy YouTube channel, as you can probably tell from the title of the screen here. So let me go ahead and let me know where you guys are coming from in chat. Want to know where everyone's coming from in chat. Would love to hear where we got folks coming from today. I want to say thank you for everyone stopping by. I want to improve my channel, but how? Man, we've got stuff all over this channel that can help you with that if that's what you want. We got people coming in from LA. What's going on, Andrew? In the chat, always keeping it real for us there, helping me out, make sure that I am doing the right things and saying the right things. We got North Carolina, Las Vegas, Nevada, Pennsylvania, North Carolina. We've got Ohio, Ireland, Oklahoma, LA, Ontario. We've got Canadians in the house. We've got Americans. We've got British folks in the house. West Virginia. That is awesome. Oh, we got somebody coming in from Philly. Awesome. Pakistan. Awesome. Awesome. Well, again, my name is Dusty. If you can't already tell, this show is brought to you by TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the fine folks that allow us to do this every single week. I am one of the many streamers who do this on a weekly basis. We do this every Wednesday. You're going to have an awesome creator coming at you. I'm just one of them. We got Nick Nemon. A lot of times we have Owen Video, Brian Johnson, so many other great creators. And so make sure you subscribe to the TubeBuddy channel if you haven't already. So that way we kind of, can notify you when we go live and that kind of thing. So really stoked to have all of you guys here today. I know I stream a little earlier than a lot of the other hosts just because I'm on the East Coast, and the way that my work schedule is, this is the perfect time for me to stream. So I know that that it's really difficult for the West Coasters to get here this early, but I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I know you're just getting up. Maybe you're just getting started with your workday. Grab a cup of coffee, get in here, and let's talk YouTube. If you haven't already, download TubeBuddy. I promise you will not regret it. Click the link in the description if you haven't already. People asking about TubeBuddy for Android. We are working on that. We are trying to get that implemented. Andrew may be able to give a little more information on that than I will be able to. And so maybe he can kind of drop some info there to kind of let you know kind of what's going on. Finally, an East Coaster. Yep, what's going on? 7 p.m. here. So perfect. Awesome. 6 p.m. in the UK. Yeah, so I guess it works better for the UK folks. That's fantastic. Abby says, love the TubeBuddy. The app has been great. Yes, the app has really been something that has helped me just get more things done quicker. And so if you don't know, we have a mobile app now. Go check it out on the iOS store. We are working on getting that on Android very, very soon. John, you are handsome. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Atlanta, Georgia, what's going on? Christina, your real estate whisperer. Howdy at lunchtime, Dusty. That is awesome. Would not be hard to get it on Android since Google makes YouTube and Android. I'm not sure. Andrew, I agree. Sexy. I'm not sure about that, Andrew. Come on now. You're making me blush a little bit here. It's not the camera. Would it be extremely noticeable if I were to upgrade, and which is the cheapest? Thanks, Dusty. Mike, we've got some pricing. We've also got some discounts. You can use my affiliate link to help me out if you'd like to do that. But the cheapest one, I'm not sure. Andrew could probably put a list there to kind of let you know the pricing structure of kind of what's going on with TubeBuddy. So yeah, just like Andrew said, we have an approval process to get approved with the Android and Google stores. So I urge you guys to be patient with us as we continue to do that. So it's not that we don't want it on Android or we favor iOS over Android. We are realistically just trying to get it out for you guys, and it can be difficult to get through all of that stuff. So love you. I love you too. We got someone coming in from Ukraine. What's going on? It's hard to get 1,000 subs and watch hours. Any tips to get it? It really is about putting in the work and the time, and if you follow some of the techniques and the different strategies that we talk about here on this channel, as well as all of our other personal channels, I really think you're going to get there in due time. You just got to put the work in, the time in, and you'll be where you need to be. And then just like Kat said there, patience. If you have patience, it's going to be one of those things to where it's just be patient. Put in the time and the work and the effort, and you will be able to do that. So that's awesome. MMA Holes, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Great. That doesn't even make sense. Great to have you here. Good afternoon, fellow creators. Good afternoon. My help TubeBuddy boost free. I'm not sure what that means, but we are going to jump into today's topic. So today, the title of the stream today is Collaborate Within Your Niche. So if you look here at the title screen, you're able to see here that we've titled today's stream Collaborate Within Your Niche. So we're going to be talking today about how to number one, reach out to people, to collaborate with people who have similar channels as yours, as well as the benefits of collaborating with other creators in your niche. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. And so the first thing that I kind of want to kind of talk about today is going to be, just why you might want to collaborate with someone within your niche. So let's go ahead and just dive into that right now. So when you're talking about collaboration, when you're talking about, taking multiple channels, putting them together, you've got to first off think of, all right, well, how am I going to reach out to these people? What are my best avenues to reach out to specific channels and individuals to get them to collaborate with me? Because a lot of times we may think, well, I'm a smaller YouTuber. There's not going to be anyone who is going to be willing to collaborate with me because of how small of a YouTube channel that I have. That is not the case. It's one of those things to where I want you guys to understand that if you really reach out to these people, it's not going to be a fact of whether they want to collab. It's going to be a fact of when they want to collaborate with you. And so people are hesitant about reaching out to specific people because they think, oh, my channel's way too small. No one's ever going to collaborate with me. They only want to collaborate with people who have huge audiences, and that's not true. That's seriously not true. And so I want to kind of talk with you about the benefits today, talk with you about kind of what's the way to kind of go about doing it, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let's go ahead and talk about the reasons as far as why we would want to collaborate. So the first one here is bringing multiple audiences together. So when it comes to collaborating, what you're doing is you're taking one audience, which is yours, another audience, which is the other person that you're collabing with, and you're bringing those audiences together. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, when I do this, I mean, I'm kind of double dipping, right? The people are going to be, in my audience are going to be in their audience. Not necessarily, because of the way that reach works and the way that things work on the internet. Yes, you're going to have some crossover, but for the most part, you're going to gain an additional audience from one video. So when you collaborate and you do a video on your channel, like let's say me and Andrew decide to collaborate. I do a video tutorial on what I think of TubeBuddy, and I put it on his channel. And then he does one for my channel on how to use the mobile TubeBuddy app. That's bringing Andrew's channel over to my audience and bringing my audience over to his channel. So think of it that way. You're kind of getting the best of both worlds. You're getting your audience plus another. Now, what happens when this happens, that's kind of a double there, but what happens is you will then gain new audience members because more than likely they're going to enjoy your content because it's similar with the person that you're collaborating with. So that's the first thing that I kind of want to talk to you about. Secondly, it will add variety to your channel. Adding variety to your channel, there is you can't say enough to realistically put the value on variety. people will, come to your channel. They get used to something. It kind of gets mundane after a while. And so when it comes to collaborations and collabing with a channel, it brings variety. It brings a new face to the channel. It adds a fresh look to your channel. And so really understand that adding variety to your channel can really be beneficial. And you've also got to think of what type of value are you going to bring to the other channel's audience and your audience, and what kind of value the other person's going to bring to your channel. That's kind of what I would do there. And then thirdly, it grows your circle of influence. This one gets overlooked. I don't hear very many people talk about this one. The benefit of doing like an interview-based podcast like what I do, the YouTube Creators Hub show, is that I get to increase my circle of influence. So all of the guests that I have on my show are still on my Skype list. There's still people that I can go to and bounce ideas off of. So when you start collaborating with people in your niche, not only do you get the benefits of the collaboration itself, but you're then going to get the benefits of having another person in your corner, another person in your niche in your corner. Okay? And so that is a huge, huge benefit. All right, so now let's move over to how we are going to find these people. How are we going to find these people to get them to collaborate with us? All right, I know this one seems pretty easy, pretty obvious. Browsing YouTube and Google. It's that simple. And so if we go over here, let's go ahead and bring up the YouTube here. So if we go over here, and let's say you're a fitness channel. I saw someone said they had a fitness channel there. So let's go ahead and go to fitness channel. Let's go ahead and go to fitness for women, okay? And let's even nail it down a little bit deeper. So let's say fitness for women over 50. So if we do that, type that in YouTube search, we're going to find a bunch of channels that come up. Live Lean TV, Fabulous 50s. 50s is the new Fabulous. So all of these channels is you can go and you can communicate with them. So let's go ahead and say, I want to connect with this channel here. So let's go ahead and click on their channel link there. I'm showing you exactly what I would do. All right, so once you're here, then go to the About Me section here. And look right here, guys. There is a view email address right here. And so with that being said, what people need to do is just seriously stop being afraid about collaborating with other people. Go to the channels, go to the About Me section, look at the information here in the About Me section, and then get their email address, email them. Find them on social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter. Send them a DM. Send them a personal message on Facebook. And if you're worried about, being the same size as a similar creator, what I would encourage you to do is to go and not just look at their subscribers, but use the TubeBuddy Channelytics tool and kind of see where you are in comparison to them. Okay, so look at kind of where you are, where are you at, and then where are they as far as kind of growth. That way, you kind of get a look and a feel for what you need to do. So that's kind of what I would do, and that's when it comes to reaching out to people, break down the niche, break down what you're wanting to do, and then seriously figure out if there's someone in your niche who would want to collaborate with you. Most of the time, if you just ask, it normally happens. That's kind of my thought process, is that it's really about just asking. And if you ask someone, normally, more times than not, they will end up being willing to at least communicate with you. That's kind of my thought process on that. All right. The next one is, again, I already talked about social media. And then the last thing I want to talk about is following up. Following up is a key component to getting people to collaborate with you. So when we talk about emailing people, DMing people, it's one of those things to where if you just kind of let it go by the wayside, I'm not saying annoy someone, I'm not saying, inundate someone with email after email after email, but what you can do is you can, after a couple of weeks, say, hey, listen, I never heard back from you. Here's a couple of links. Here's a couple of statistics from my channel. Would you be willing to follow up and at least give me a response back as to, are you interested? If you're not, why? So when you shoot that email out, a lot of times I ask people to send me the copy or the email that they send to people, to collaborate with them. And most of the time it's one or two sentences and it's, hey, I own this channel. It's about topic X. Would you be willing to do a collaboration video with me? Period. Talk to you later. Boom. It's gone. I mean, you're not letting them know anything. You're not telling them your story. I'm not saying write a book, but what I would do if you are a creator is I would write a couple of paragraphs of, hey, my name's Dusty Porter. I do YouTube training content, and I think your audience would be very similar to mine. Here's a link to some graphs to showing you my analytics, showing you my demographics. Do you think this would be a good idea? Here's a couple of great ideas for videos that I think we could do together. Video topic A, B, and C. Throw those out there. If one of these interests you, please get back to me as soon as you can. Here's my contact information. I mean, it's that easy. It's that simple. And normally, even the larger people, the larger creators, will be willing to get back with you because of how professional and how nice looking your copy and your text is. And that's kind of how that goes. Andrew, if you would, go ahead and send me the back end of the question, the Q&A, for people to start submitting questions. I don't know if we have one of those for today, but if we could get that, that would be absolutely fantastic. What questions do you guys have? Put them in chat. What questions do you guys have about collaboration and working together as a community with people kind of in the same niche as you? Jossie says, I've been thinking about collabs for a bit, so I'm glad I caught this. I am very glad you caught that as well. Nick and Andrea, collaborating with my niche, selling on eBay, has been the single most important part of my expanding channel's niche and growing. It makes a huge difference. Nick, I could not agree more. Let's see here. What other questions do you guys have? We'll collab with anyone who asks just related to paranormal and ghost stories. Just saying, if anyone is in the paranormal space, go ahead and Panic Videos would love to collaborate with you. That's awesome. But yeah, it's one of those things to where I want you to encourage you guys that don't be afraid to ask. That's really the first barrier to get it over. It is asking. That's the first step. Kat asks, well, how can I collaborate with other fitness people? I don't know. I just want to make it fun. So, Kat, for me, what I would think about is, emailing or messaging someone in the same space as you, fitness space as you, whether it be a woman in the fitness space on YouTube. And what I would do is say, hey, listen, why don't you get together a workout, a very short, brief 8-10 minute workout, come over to my channel, film it, I'll post that on my channel, and then we'll link to your channel back and forth, and then you do the same for her. Then you can do a fun personality-based workout that you can post on their channel. And then basically it just kind of crisscrosses and goes back and forth. That's what I would do. Sabby, how are you today, man? I collaborate with many other street interview channels, and those are some of my most successful videos. And a lot of times it's about, finding the time as well. Like you really need to find the time to collaborate with other people because, it can be time consuming and it's more difficult than just recording something on your end and uploading it. It really is important to reach out to them and do it that way. Andrew just posted the Google form that will allow you to ask questions. If you want to do that, please go there and do that. Dusty, to get there, click the link and hit the pencil. Andrew, always taking care of me. He always knows the best way to get me to do what I need to do. But back to Kat's question in the fitness space, or you could do like a Q&A. Like like a Q&A or about me, and then you post it on their channel, and then vice versa. So maybe some healthy eating tips that you kind of post on their channel. Maybe some of your favorite equipment that you've used under $50. Kind of working out on a budget. That's something that me personally, I'm into fitness. I love working out and running and doing all of that. And so with that being said, that would be of interest to me is how to do that on a budget. Panicked video question: would it be beneficial to put out videos asking for people to collab with us? We have locations across the U.S. and we'd love to collab with people. You know what? Those reach out videos are not a bad idea. They would be beneficial to your audience because they would see that you're making an effort and you're reaching out to other people to kind of get new stuff on the channel, and then it might gain some traction for people to come view, see what's going on. Maybe I could collab with people if they're willing to hang out Atlantic City Boardwalk. Very, very possible. Rolltronic Studio, we make 2D animations. We have created animations about other people, and we get 5,000 plus subs in 3 months. That's awesome. Andrew says, this is how we do collabs at TubeBuddy. We ask in advance, or they show what they can offer our audience. you're wanting to collab isn't value. Yeah, wanting to collab is great, but you've got to have value to basically go forward to put into another person's channel. A lot of times people are like, oh, I want to collab, but what value are you bringing? Just like I was telling Kat, you know, with her fitness channel, it's one of those things to where if she's not bringing value to the other fitness channel, why would they want to collaborate with her? You know, so videos showing, you know, budget-friendly exercise equipment or a short, fun, personality-based workout. Those are value-based. Those aren't going to be just fluff. Those are actually value-based, you know, content for other people's channels. So really, really look into that. Don't forget, if you want to go ahead and try out TubeBuddy, hit the link in the description of this video. It is the YouTube tool that helps me take my YouTube channel to the next level. Also, we have a mobile app now. If you didn't know, it's on iOS, soon to be over on Android. So that's amazing. Cannot wait for you guys to go check that out. Let's see here. Jossie says, that's interesting. I would definitely have to think of what I would bring other channels. Yes, you need to have that in mind. You have to have that in mind before going out and reaching out to people. There's no need to reach out to another creator if you don't already have the value in place. So the value needs to be point one, and then beyond that, that's when you can go and collab. Andrew says, here's an idea. If Dusty and I wanted to collab on my channel, we could do top 5 microphone tips for beginners from a professional podcaster. I could also interject with my film background. So Andrew could then give my audience some, you know, his 5 best, you know, hacks in editing with Premiere Pro, and then I could give him, you know, the 5 best microphone tips for making your voice sound good from a professional podcaster. You've got to bring your value. You've got to add buzzwords like professional podcaster or filmmaker or fitness professional. Very, very important. Also, guys, if you want to check out my live streams on my personal channel, I do those every Monday afternoon and Friday morning, where I give YouTube tips and strategies just like I'm doing now. Those are also brought to you by TubeBuddy, so I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. The link is in the description of this video, so sub there, and we do that every Monday and Friday. Live streaming has become an addiction of mine. I absolutely love live streaming. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into some of these questions that you guys have submitted. Alexander Morgan, how can I collab with someone when they don't live in the same country? Well, Alexander, the beauty of the internet is that we don't have to have them live in the same country, because you could email them, they could email you the next day. And so what happens then is that, you know, you could email back and forth. When they're asleep, you're awake, vice versa. And so with that being said, you can send the videos, you know, via Google Drive, and you can always collaborate with tools and things like that. You know, if you're really wanting to collab and bring value, you will find a way to make it work. So because of the technology, it's not going to be a situation to where you know, distance is an issue. And so I want you guys to understand that distance should never be an issue when it comes to collaboration. So hopefully that helps you out there, Alexander. Next question coming in from Shadowed-Mun13. Is it possible to collaborate and you don't have a mic? It would be fairly difficult, in my opinion, to collaborate. Again, you've got to think of the value that you're bringing. It's one of those things to... If you don't have a microphone, I'm not quite sure how you're going to collab unless you're doing, you know, some silent video, which again, maybe if you're an animator or something like that, maybe that would work, but you're probably going to need some type of microphone or audio device, because honestly, that's crucial to doing that. Vinny says, I'm not sure what my link is though, but I'm on Dusty's, Nick's, and Roberto's Discord chat. Yes, those are, I think the Discord is beneficial. Christina says, I did a collaboration with a channel from New Jersey, and I sent them the clips and they edited it to the whole video. Yeah, so it's all about going back and forth, distributing you know, the clips via Google Drive or Dropbox. It's really not that difficult when you think about it, the way that technology can kind of make things work for you and that kind of thing. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So all right, so What other questions do we have here coming through in the chat? Let's see here. Next question coming in from Carnell Luckett Sr. Is motovlogging overdone? Progress is getting harder, and I feel like I am in a stalemate. All right, Carnell. So motovlogging, I'm not quite sure. Here, I'm going to go to your YouTube channel and see. I actually have had a couple of motovloggers on my YouTube channel. I'm sorry, on my podcast, and I've interviewed them. And basically what you're doing is you're vlogging yourself as you're on the road, specifically either on a motorcycle or, you know, a RV or something of that nature. I don't think it's out of favor. I think it's something just like every other niche. You really need to find out what makes you different, what makes you unique, and then take those things and amplify them. If everyone out there is motovlogging and doing this and that similar to what you're doing as far as the content you're creating, you need to find out what makes you different. And so I want to encourage you guys that, you know, stop trying to be someone else. Well, a lot of us will get the imposter syndrome. We think that either we have to be someone like someone else, or we can't do something because someone else is doing it. Like that right there is what most people what gets most people in trouble. They think they can't do something because everyone else is doing it. That's not true. You may do it better. You're going to bring your own personality, and you just need to own what you do, own who you are, add your special spice per se to your channel, and then don't worry about if there's a ton of other people doing it. And as far as like your channel declining and you know, going down in numbers, maybe it's just the time of year. Maybe there's something going on as far as, you know, it's not your content, but it's just the way the algorithm has changed. You've really got to put the work in and the time and to research what's going on to make your channel be in the position that it is. That's kind of my thought process on that. Next question coming in from Jan and Bruce, Adams Van Adventures. Have someone that to collaborate. How do we do that? I think I covered mostly what I wanted to talk about as far as collaboration. So if you need to, go back and watch this video, the recording of this stream, and I really think it'll help you out. Nick and Andrea say time zones. Any advice in transatlantic live collaborations? I think I just covered that as far as like distance and time zones. Email back and forth. Use tools like Trello, Slack, Discord, any way to communicate, you know, fairly quickly. With the way technology is nowadays, it's not going to be very difficult to find ways to collaborate with other people across time zones. Yeah, I see everyone in the chat talking about being different and, you know, owning who you are. Yeah, owning who you are is such a big deal. It's really such an important aspect. Next question coming in from Shell and Beth. I want to find people to do a gaming collab with. That one's probably easier than most. Find someone who's doing the same thing you are in the gaming niche. Message them, and more than likely they'll be willing to collab with you. Let's see here. What other question do we have? Carnell says, collab with others, but my channel did not grow. But theirs did. What to look for when collaborating with others? That's a good question. What to look for? I think I've already talked about being in a similar niche as them, maybe similar size audiences. So if you are around the 100,000 subscriber mark or 1,000 subscriber mark, you kind of want to balance out, you know, them being the same kind of size as you are as a channel. Secondly, you want them to, you want them to be fun and entertaining and something that you know your audience will enjoy. And with that being said, I always go and I do like some reconnaissance, and I get on their YouTube channel and I start to basically do my research. I click on their videos and I, watch their old videos, watch their new stuff, check out their quality, make sure, they're up to the standard that I want. Because you have to remember, you're going to be putting this content on your channel. And so, what type of quality control do you have for yourself? You need to have the same for the people that you're bringing over onto your channel. And so when looking for people to collaborate with, look at their quality, look at their consistency. That's a big thing too. Look at their consistency and then kind of go from there. Dr. Eckberg asks, do you like Rice Restaurant? Would you like to meet up for lunch, dinner one day? My treat. Dr. Eckberg, I would not be against it. I assume that you're in the East Coast, close to Atlanta. Possibly we might could work something out. That would be awesome. Maybe do a real-life collaboration. Perfect Web Solutions ask, I have a question regarding two options shown in monetization tab. One before video, two after video checkbox. I want to know their purpose. So basically the before video is as it says, it's going to show an ad before a video. So when someone clicks on a video, if they don't have YouTube Red, they will be shown an ad, whether it be a pre-roll or one of the ones kind of overlaying on the video. Not always, depending on kind of the ad inventory at the time. And then after the video, when the video is completed, it will roll a sponsor ad and kind of do it that way. So that's a good question, though, because a lot of times people ask me, well, you know, where's the best placement for ads and whatnot, and it just depends on the duration of your videos. Normally I do before and after just to kind of optimize, but if you're a newer channel, I probably wouldn't put one before. I mean, again, I always encourage people to not start out wanting to monetize. When you're a smaller channel, those 5-6 seconds that people go to watch your videos, if they're shown an ad, they literally may just click off before they even get to your content because there's an ad. Once you get more once you get more rabid followers and a larger fan base, then you can put in the ads and do it that way because you have people who trust you and are going to watch your videos regardless. So good question, though. Really good question. This is Chrissy. When you do a collab, would it be better to do one cohesive video or just link the person you're collaborating with? So that's a good question too. Like when you're doing a collaboration with someone, what types of videos would you want to do? I would do separate videos and then maybe even upload them on, both of them on your channel at, a couple of weeks, separated. That way you're kind of not doubling up on that. But what I would recommend you doing is that you do separate videos, and you're not just going to link to the collaboration. Like you're going to do a video for them to upload and then vice versa. Or you'll do a joint video where y'all are both in the video for your channel and then you're both in the video for their channel. Again, it depends on the niche that you're in. It really depends on the type of audience that you're seeking or reaching out to. Like let's say you are a video game YouTuber. So when that happens, what I would like to do is, maybe playing a video game together, with both cams on the screen while you're playing the video, while you're playing against each other or on a team, and then do the same thing for a different game on their channel. And so think of it that way. Or if you're in the fitness niche, like what Kat was talking with me earlier about, is maybe you do a joint video if you are in the same geographical location where you are in the same video, you're doing the workout together, or you're interviewing the other person. We haven't even talked about that yet. Don't sleep on interviews. People love interviews. They love behind the scenes stuff. They love to get a behind the scenes look of what their favorite creators and other similar creators are doing, and then talking back and forth. And so those are just a few of the different ways that you can collaborate on YouTube. Great question though, Chrissy. I think that was one of the better questions. Let's see here. Next question comes into Common Sense Finance. When I want to collaborate with other YouTube channels, is it available for free on TubeBuddy? Also, do you have any videos to recommend on collaborating with other channels? There are a lot of great collaborating videos. The one that I like, let me see if I can pull this up for you guys here. There's a couple of good videos here. There's one by Roberto that's really good. So let me go ahead and pull up the screen cap here. This one here, this video, I'm going to go ahead and circle it for you guys. How to find YouTube collabs. It's over a year old, but it's still very valuable. And then Nick has two really good ones that I would recommend. I'm working on one myself with the information I'm sharing with you today. But these right here from Nick and from Roberto, I've watched both of all three of them a lot, a couple of times actually, and can tell you that they're very valuable. And so watch those, and it's funny enough. One of these videos have a collaboration in them, and so go check those videos out. I think you're going to find that they're very, very valuable for kind of what you're doing. So those would be the ones that I would recommend. Next question coming in from, let's see here. Yeah, Andrew's correct. We have a great section for collabs, and all of that's done through the TubeBuddy backend. And so if you haven't already, guys, please, I encourage you, click that link in the show notes. Check out TubeBuddy. You will not regret it. Sensational Life asks, is it possible to collab with someone outside of your niche, or do they have to be doing exactly what you're doing? I make videos teaching people how to coupon and save money. I'm not sure other channels I would collab with or what it should be about. So Sensational Life, if you're talking about couponing and how to save money and things like that, maybe collab with a financial channel. Maybe get together with a financial channel and have them go over a simple budget for your audience, and have them come over, and then have you go to their channel and show people how to coupon and to get things, with deals and things like that. You've got to kind of think outside the box. People are always looking inside. They're so narrow-minded. Not you in particular, but you've really got to think outside the box of the value. It's value-based. Collaborations are value-based. So, I mean, just like Kat said in the chat, fitness channels and coupons, shopping on a budget, saving money. I mean, literally, that's a great one. That's a great one. And so think of different channels that you can get with, not necessarily exactly in your niche, and then kind of go from there. Or maybe, depending on the type of merchandise that you're showing people how to get on a budget, communicate with other people, like communicate with the technology channel of how to, get Christmas gifts for your nerd this Christmas, or something similar, and collaborate with people. And you've got to think outside of the box and really start to kind of learn yourself and what you have going on. All right, next great question though. I love that question. Arnie says, Joe are on the go. Arnie and Joe are on the go, struggling with coming up with a value prop to offer as a baby boomer travel/tech creator. Suggestions, thanks. A value proposition to offer as a baby boomer. I know your value. You are in a demographic that on YouTube is very underrepresented. And so Arnie and Joe are on the go. Let me just go ahead and take a look and see. Arnie and Joe are on the go here. So let's kind of look and see what you have going on. Baby Boomer Travel with Arnie and Joe are on the go. Let's see here what you have going on. So for you, Arnie, you need to reach out to other people. There's a guy in your niche, a great creator. His name is Steve Dotto. Dottotech, D-O-T-T-O-T-E-C-H. He is a baby boomer, just like yourself, doing technology content. And reach out to him and see kind of what he's got going on. He just now started doing vlogs, and see if you maybe could collab with him. And I think that would help you your channel take off. Don't underestimate the type of content or the type of channel that you are. I think with for Arnie's sake, you're very underrepresented on YouTube, and so I want to see you do more. I think that's great. Sensational. Dusty Porter, thank you so much, Andrew and Dusty, for the great advice. Now my wheels are spinning. Yes, I hope that's what we did there. That was the goal. I want you to start thinking outside the box and start realizing that you can offer more than just what your channel is about. You can offer more than that, and I want you guys to understand that. Lily Tree, hi everyone. Running late today. No worries, you can always go back and watch the recorded version at a later date. But great question, Arnie. I can't wait to kind of see where you take your channel. EVH and Gear TV, thoughts on channels seeking sponsorships as other outside revenue rather than just AdSense? I think you better be doing this if you want to make a go at this thing and you want to do it full time, or you want to make money or make a living doing this. Relying solely on AdSense is a big no-no. And so it's one of those things to where I want to encourage you, not just tell you it's a good thing. I want to encourage you to reach out to affiliates, to reach out to partners to go with you. And I want to have you come through and do things that are fun. So I want you to not just focus on one source of income. Never focus on just one source of income. In your business, you need to diversify your income. So, Arnie, Dusty, thank you so much. No, thank you so much. I'm really excited to see kind of where you can go with your channel. That's exciting. Good for you, Arnie, that you're doing that. And just like Andrew said, Gear TV, with TubeBuddy, we are partnered with Social Blue Book. They can actually tell you the value of a video you upload, the value of every upload. So, Lily, I have been filming, though. Promise I'll catch up with the replay. Awesome. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate that. What a great stream we've already had today. Such a great audience. You guys are so active in chat right now, averaging 60 to 62 viewers. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Even in this early time slot, I appreciate you guys getting up and doing this for me. That's awesome. All right, next question coming in from the Dude Abides. How did you end up collaborating with TubeBuddy, Dusty? Did you pay Andrew? Yes, I paid Andrew a ton of money. That's why Andrew doesn't have to work it. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man, I'm just kidding. Got to have a little humor, a little fun with you guys here. But when it came to me and collaborating with TubeBuddy, it was really just exactly what I told you guys. Yeah, check your PayPal, Andrew. There's going to be a load there. When it came to me and TubeBuddy, I had a podcast, and it was doing really well, a YouTube-based podcast called YouTube Creators Hub. If you haven't checked that out, please do. I interview YouTubers like yourself every Wednesday, publish an episode on the feed, and I've got over 100 interviews now with YouTube creators. And so what I did is I realized the value that I was bringing with the podcast. And so I emailed the creators, the CEO, the inventors of TubeBuddy. And again, it was a shot in the dark. I didn't think, I said, well, I have 25, 35, 40,000 average downloads within a couple of weeks on every episode of my podcast, which at the time was really good. And basically that next day, Phil from TubeBuddy, one of the founders of TubeBuddy, reached out to me and said, hey, listen, I'd like to talk more. We worked out a sponsorship deal. And then that was almost 2 years ago now, and we've been working together ever since. And so what happens is they actually then it evolved from them just sponsoring me. I then joined the team as a content creator for them. So now I'm live streaming every last Wednesday of the month like I'm doing right here. I'm also doing the TubeBuddy Express podcast for them, which is a 6 to 8 minute episode every Friday on that feed where I basically give you a YouTube tip of the week. And then also I have my live streams every Monday and Friday on my YouTube channel, Dusty Porter. If you want to subscribe, please go do that. That way you can come hang out with me every Monday afternoon, every Friday morning, and they sponsor those streams. And so that led us to collaborate and work together. And TubeBuddy and I have been, working together ever since. And that one connection, like I want to give you guys this information. That one connection, that point I gave you earlier about building your circle of influence, that one connection led me to create not just partnerships, but friendships with Andrew, with Nick Nimmin, with Owen Video, with Brian G. Johnson, with Roberto Blake, with other people that they've connected with me with over time. And so just that one connection, that one email led to a plethora, that's what we say down here in the South, a plethora of, connections that I can now use and work with and help them out. It's so, so powerful. Really, really is. It's a great question. But I should have paid Andrew. That would have been a lot better of an answer. Gaming Freak says, I had a channel of 2.8 thousand subs. It got banned because of copyrights. Later, I asked them and I received my channel back, but I can't upload any videos. The uploading feature is disabled. Honestly, what happens is, I don't want to speak on what you did or what you didn't do, because I don't know whether you're right or they're right. I don't want to take sides here. But what I will tell you is you've got to be careful. Always upload content that's only yours and yours alone. And so with that being said, I don't want to kind of dive deep into kind of the mucky territory. All I would encourage you to do is email their support teams. And again, I know this can take forever for them to get back with you. But email them and see what they can do. That's really all I can give you there. Kat says, I want to be friends with Nick and D. Yeah, Nick and D, they're brothers, and we had a absolute blast. I recorded, I was on the podcast Nick host over there, and we spoke, we ended up like laughing and having a good time. Like after we went off air for like an hour, I was giving D a hard time and Nick a hard time, and it was just so much fun, and I consider those guys friends. Have such a good time with them, and they have a very similar personality and a very similar sense of humor as I do. They're okay with being funny, you know, they're okay with wanting to laugh and to smile and have a good time, and that's what I want to portray, and they're very open to conversation, so it's awesome. What other questions do we have here? As a game reviewer, how would I collaborate, or would it best collab with gamers on certain games? Maybe do a review. Maybe do a review of a game on another channel, of a channel that focuses on a particular game. Do a review on that, put it on there, and go from there. Foul Fish, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Hey, Random Outdoors, how are you doing, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, while we have a couple of seconds for me to do this, I want to encourage you guys and let you guys know that I actually have a private Discord channel where basically you can become a part of the Discord by supporting myself and my content on Patreon. As little as $1. If you go and support me on Patreon, you get access to this free creator Discord where seriously every single day people are bouncing ideas off each other. How to do this on YouTube, how to do that on YouTube. And so go over Patreon, search for Dusty Porter, creating podcast content like that, and you can get access to that Discord channel. And you can ask Beanie, you can ask Christina, you can ask all of those people. Nick Nimmin is in the chat with us. We got Creator Fundamentals, Dan Courier. He and I actually will be collaborating very soon. And so the Discord is so valuable. And I really would encourage you guys to go check out that over on Patreon. And the only reason I'm gating it behind with just a couple of dollars is because when you put money where your mouth is, there's going to be value. There's going to be value. Andrew, Dusty won't let me in. He hates me. You know what? I'm going to send Andrew an invite because I want Andrew in. But yeah, hopefully that was okay for me talking about that. I really did. Nick's amazing. So they're all there and having a lot of fun times. Kyle, I make skits, but they take longer to make, so I hardly grow. Yeah, it takes when those take a while to make as far as content. Maybe you have to decrease your upload schedule. That's kind of what I would do. At Kyle Luke, I do skits too. Yeah, Christina does real estate realtor skits, and they're amazing. Highly encourage you. Christina is one of my patrons. She's part of the Discord. And Kat, yeah, join us. We would love you. Love you to join us, please. Hybrid Steel, join Nick's Discord the other day. It's awesome to talk to creators. Absolutely. Discord's such a cool tool. That rhymed. Hey, Dusty, you got to check out my Nick impersonation video submission video. I'm sure I'll see it whenever he posts that video. That's an awesome idea he has. Jossie, I've done a few skits. It is definitely more challenging than a vlog. Absolutely. G-Pod Adventures, join. I think G-Pod Adventures is in there as well. There's so many people that are a part of it, and absolutely, I highly recommend that you guys go check that out. Let's see here. There is the link if you guys are interested in checking it out. And then afterwards, I will shoot you over the Discord. So that's awesome. Appreciate the knowledge you guys share. Always learn something valuable. My content is 99% all live content, so I'm always trying to find room for improvement. Oh, live content. I love that. I know we've done a lot of streams here on live content, on live streaming and how to get better, but I'm learning so much by live streaming every Monday and Friday on my channel. I'm just so excited to share that knowledge that I'm learning with you guys. It's so much fun to learn all of this new stuff about live streaming. And I know someone asked me earlier, am I using OBS? Yes, I'm using OBS. I have been releasing a lot of OBS content over on my channel, tutorial videos, on how to do this and that within OBS. So if that's something you're interested, go with there. Andrew, I love live streaming. Started doing it recently. Oh, yes. Andrew has recently started live streaming. If you're into TubeBuddy, into YouTube, YouTube stuff, please, please, please check it out. TubeBuddy, the link did not work for me. Yeah, for some reason, they require you to like put like a slash behind it. I'm not sure why. That one should work there. That one should work. I created my own monster, opened up a second live talk show. Now 2 completely ones each week, yeah. So I've decided to do 2 each week, one on Monday, one on Friday. It's like having your own TV show. That's such a wonderful thing. Is TubeBuddy going to eventually be on Android? Yes, we are working on that. We are so trying to get that done for you guys. Again, very sorry that it hasn't been done yet, but we are working on that. I'm going to have to learn. I think I need OBS too. Yeah, OBS is the tool, the free tool that I use to stream what I'm doing now. I also have... I'm not sure you guys can see this or not. I've got 2 new really cool tools. So the tool that I'm using to switch back and forth, so when I switch back and forth between like, boom, like this, switching back from the screen to back over to chat, which is this one here, and then I can, go back over to my image slideshow, which was this one here. I'm using something called the Elgato Stream Deck. The Elgato Stream Deck is basically like a little box thing. I don't know if I can show you guys. Let's see if I can show you guys exactly what it is. I don't want to. I'm going to break something. So this is what it looks like right here. So this is the Elgato Stream Deck right here. And it's really hard for you guys to see with the glare. But basically, I can push these macro buttons right here and switch between the different scenes within OBS really, really quickly. So when I'm ready to go from this to reviewing a YouTube channel, or I want to show you guys something on the my desktop, then I can quickly go from chat to screen capture, and then boom, go right back and forth between the two, because I've set up these separate multiple scenes within my Stream Deck within OBS. So anyways, Rodney says, love my Stream Deck. Yeah, Rodney, Stream Deck is the bomb. I love it. And then the other little thing that a company sent me, I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not. You're not going to be able to see it because of the glare, the way that it kind of displays. But this right here is a Lametric. So it's a live YouTube subscriber counter. So every time I get a subscriber, it goes like cha-ching, and then it just kind of the number ups on that, which is really cool. So Lametric, they're not a sponsor, by the way. It's just a really cool piece of tech that I thought you guys would be interested in. Got a couple of other questions coming in here from the dude Abides. Let's see, you already asked me that. Number 20, Macarius. How do you find someone in your own niche? Like, honestly, I'm just using my channel to shoot for my dream and volunteering, hoping to inspire. So what would be my niche? I don't know. I would need to go look and see kind of what you do, the type of videos that you do. And then I could help you with that. Sensational Life TubeBuddy, how much does that cost? I believe the Stream Deck is, I'm not certain. I think it's like $179 maybe, or $149. I mean, it's pretty pricey, but man, it's awesome. And for podcasting, you can also do sound effects. So every time I push a button on my Elgato Stream Deck, boom, a sound effect. Amazing. Car Galaxy is close to $200 Canadian. Yeah, it's pretty pricey. I'm not saying that it's not pricey. It definitely is. Christina says, what's your favorite vlogger camera? The smaller form Sony cameras are probably my favorite, to be honest with you. I like the Sony A63 and 6500. I have one of each of those. Those are really easy to carry around. I'm a Sony shooter because, again, I do wedding videography, and so for me, I just love the Sony cameras. And when I've done vlogs like for my Facebook page, with my daughter and my wife, and we go places and I vlog it or whatever, I use the Sony. So $141 at Walmart. Just looked it up. Yes, $141 at Walmart. Maybe I just sold a couple of the Elgatos, and if that's the case, they need to pay me. Come on, Elgato. Where are you at with that sponsorship? Next question coming in from, good question though, by the way. You're my man 12. Let's see here. Andrew, I have been looking at Sony, but hate oh man, the no swivel screen drives me absolutely insane, especially when you're on a shoot and there's like a glare outside. Like a lot of my wedding shoots are obviously outside, and I want to swivel that. It's just amazing. The Canon T7i, Christina, I have one of those right up there on my counter. I love that camera. If you have that camera, you're completely fine. Dusty, you mentioned about one person noticing you. How can I get you or Nick or Andrew to notice me? I want to collab, but you are also good, and I'm not sure if you would ever look at me. Number one is the attitude that you have about it. Just your attitude of thinking that we would never, want to collaborate with you. That's something that, you need to get that out of your head. You need to have positive thinking. Getting on streams like these, getting on other people's streams. Now, that's been a big thing for me, too. Getting on streams like when Nick streams and when Dan streams from Creator Fundamentals and when Owen streams. Getting on these streams and commenting and communicating, it's awesome. That would be kind of what I would recommend. So, Sensational Life. Dusty, I join you on Patreon. Awesome. I will be sending you guys the private Discord link. So that's fantastic. I want to show you that, kind of like what Kat says, it's not about the size of the YouTube channel. That's not what we're looking for collaboration. A lot of it's time. Do we have the time to communicate and talk with everyone? And secondly, what value do you bring? Shoot the email that I told you about. I haven't received an email from you. Have you sent the email to Nick and those guys? So send us an email. Let us know what you want. What's your value? What's your story? Because again, it's not about wanting to collaborate. A lot of people want to collaborate. I get multiple emails. I mean, I probably get 10, 12, 15 emails a week about people wanting to come on my podcast. A very small percentage of them ever come on the show because, number one, they don't ever follow up. Number two, they don't tell me their value. And number three, their email or their connection with me is very brief and very unprofessional. So think about that. Questions are closed. 5 minutes. We got that 5-minute countdown. So, Random Outdoors, no, it is an absolute free piece of software. Let's see, I have some... Why don't my videos tags ever rank, but they are good, especially my latest video? Kyle, it just depends. There's a lot going on when it comes to tags and the algorithm and kind of what works and what doesn't. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep tagging your videos with, appropriate tags in your tag section, in your description, and in your titles. Yeah, Christina's right. No matter how small, collabs are good. Grassy Poet. I'm wanting to collaborate with others who have some form of a disability. Example, cognitive or physical. Do you know of any other creators in this niche? If not, what would be a good way to find them? I would just Google it. I would just YouTube it and really do your research and figure out, what are the disabilities this person has. You're looking for a cognitive or physical disability. There's a gentleman, a young man who comes. He's part of my Discord channel, Patreon as well. He comes to all of my live streams. His name is HB Gamer. He is a person who is half blind. He's blind out of one eye, and he's still doing content, and he's knocking it out of the park. I mean, you can find people like that all over the internet and all over YouTube. Highly recommend just searching for them, and I think you'll have no problem finding those people. Last question here is coming in from Kat. All right. Let's see here. Do you guys actually watch or review content aside from just looking at pages? Kat, explain more what you are referring to. Do we actually watch or review content aside just looking at pages? Expand on that a little bit. I want to know more. Tell me in chat what you mean by that. I assume you're meaning like channels that we go and review. Is that kind of what you're referring to? Because if that's what you're wanting, all of us normally do that in some form on our live streams. Like every Monday, every Friday, I do channel reviews on my channel, so you can come hang out and do that. Watch videos, yes. So when it comes to channel reviews, I definitely do those on my personal channel and kind of go from there. And normally it's you support me, and then I'll support you by going and giving you some advice on how to help with your channel. So that's kind of where I would go. So Dr. Stan Ekberg, you are from Atlanta. That's awesome. Maybe we could go grab a lunch sometime and kind of hang out, talk creativity and YouTube, and maybe could give you some advice on what you're doing, and you could help me out with some stuff that I'm doing. That would be amazing. I believe we just got done with all the questions. If I missed your question on the form, it was because it was a little bit too general. I'm looking for more specific questions, so when you do submit those questions, please do so in a way that's more than just, hey, how can I rank my videos? How can I grow on YouTube? I want more specific questions because I think people are going to get value. Kat says, come to Philly or let's hang out Absolutely. If I'm ever in Philly or NYC, definitely maybe we can go and grab some lunch, grab something to drink sometime, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing, Kat. I think it's that's awesome that you have an awesome journey and channel on fitness. Christina, do you ever get tired of talking about YouTube? Not really, because I do so much other stuff on my channel and in my business. Not really. The only time, I get tired of it is, if people keep asking the same questions. So the people that keep asking the same questions over and over again, how do I grow my channel? When realistically the answer to all of that is just put in the work and the time. The educational content is out there, and it never gets stale either, Christina, because there's always something new going on. There's always changes and pivots that you have to make as a creator. And so, if I can just help one person get their message heard, that's kind of where I want to go. If I can get one person out there to improve what they're doing or to improve their overall reach on YouTube, that's the main goal of what I want to do. So, but it sometimes can get that way. Shadowman, thank you for the tips. No, thank you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Andrew says, I get tired of being asked about Android. I know, right? We will have an Android app very, very soon. All right, guys, I believe it is time to wrap it up. I would like to say and thank everyone for joining us today. What an amazing stream we have had today. And so, if you guys would, please don't forget to download and try and check out TubeBuddy, as I think that you guys would find that tool valuable. If you want to be a part of my private Discord, definitely check the link out. Would love for you to join me there, or you could join me on my YouTube channel every Monday and Friday as I live stream and talk YouTube just like we did today, do channel reviews, do all of that fun stuff. And so hopefully you guys will come back and join me again, because I really would love to hang out with you guys again every last Wednesday here on the TubeBuddy YouTube channel. And without any further ado, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.